Hi everyone, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We've been around about 5.5 years. We're an emerging nation. We've been putting in solid foundations to be here for many generations to come, and we're now expanding our economy. That'll benefit all our citizens because they all hold our currency. We give it to them free every month. Anybody can become a citizen. No fee, no obligation. Come along, register. We welcome you with open arms. And we're a non-separatist organisation. That means we don't put people into groups based on what they look like, what the gender is, where they come from, how much money they've got, or anything else. We simply see everybody as a human being, part of one big family, all linked together, all individually unique, all having something unique to offer our community, all of equal value to our community. We have a little affirmation in a moment that helps us with that ideology. And that comes right after our opening prayer, which we're going to get started with in a second. And that is to help us find true happiness in life. Not short-term pleasure that you're going to get from buying your new house or taking the world cruise or paying off your debts or putting your kids through college, whatever it is you've got those goals for. Yeah, you'll get pleasure, great expectation and happiness when that happens. But it lasts only a limited amount of time. And then you want a different house or a different location, or you want to go to a different country, or, there are always more things that you want. But what we're talking about here is that happiness that is always with you. And you can only get that through loving service to other people. It's not something you can buy. It's not something you get any other way. And when it does come to you, it's so precious. And the great thing about it is you've not only made other people happy by being of service to them, you've created that inner joy, ever new state of peace and contentment that is within you. But you also attract into your life everything else that you want and need. So you don't need to chase after money or worry about how to fit things in time-wise or relationships. It all starts working for you. So that's what our little prayer's about. We're going to have that now, followed by that affirmation. So let's get started. Dear Heavenly Father, we're so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, bless each member that they may find the joy of service, and through service attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their life. Amen. And our little affirmation: we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind and soul of thy world. Okay, let's welcome you, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the recording. These are all recorded automatically because we're streaming into YouTube, X and Facebook group We Share Abundance publicly. Excuse me. And the recordings are in all those locations. And a lot of people watch the recordings simply because 7 p.m. London time isn't a convenient time for everybody, no matter where you live in the world, even if you live in London. So a big welcome to you, and you're equally appreciated whether you're here live or whether you are watching those recordings. The advantage of being here live, of course, is you can pop into the comments where you're from and let people know and see that we are a global organization. And you can also interact with other members and ask any questions you may have, and hopefully we'll be able to answer them fully for you. Okay, so let's see who we've got in here today. We got Lewis in from Lisbon in Portugal. He's been down the list a little bit. He used to be always number one, But here he is at the top of the pops again. We got Marion from Chicago, USA, Norman from Doncaster, England, Pierre from South Africa, Werner from South Africa, Ramachandra from Watford, England, letting me know I'm coming through loud and clear. Thank you. We got Bazina in from Edinburgh in Scotland. Don from Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada. Maureen from London, England. Radio Pirata from Puerto Rico. And I'm sure that there will be additional people joining us as we go through, and people get here a little bit later. I've been known to be very late, so I try and get here on time, but it doesn't always work, even with the best intentions. So I know what it's like. There is no we've got Nankiap just popped in from Nigeria. There is no development that's been going on today, with it being a Sunday. The developer's not working. There's a little bit of good news from Devyani's mother's situation. I heard that she is now back home from hospital, but she is still on oxygen. She needs oxygen to support her breathing. So she's not out of the wood yet. We still need to keep praying for her and for the family, because you never know which way it's going to go. And whatever happens, it's never easy. Whether it's a joyful thing or whether it's a sad thing, it's always very emotional. So prayers can always help. So prayers for Devyani and her family, please. Okay. What I have done today is I've rewritten all the emails that'll be going out, not in the autoresponder, but for different situations in TIR. So you know, people get a welcome email that's been rewritten. As a sponsor, you will now get a message, and it'll have their information in that message so that you can get onto them and build rapport. We are adding the email addresses of people into your downline list. Hopefully we'll get that done Monday, along with whether or not free members are verified or not. KYC verified, that is ID verification, so that you know who you're able to piff in without putting the name in and getting a message saying that they're not qualified. Couple of things that came up yesterday. One was the PDF for the compensation plan wasn't loading. That I fixed last night before I left the office. The office is just a desk in a living room, and anyway, you know, but sometimes I don't sit here, but I am here most of the day. I spend the best part of all the hours of the day here working. But then when I get out of here, I forget about everything, and I get into a different mindset. Okay, so I call it the office, even though it's just a desk in the corner. So that is fixed, and that is working, and I appreciate Bozina letting me know that wasn't coming up, and I don't know how it got corrupted, but anyway, it's fixed. The other thing that was mentioned was the fact that the video still shows that free members don't get a referral and can't refer people, don't get a link and can't refer people. And I did mention that there should be a pop-up comes in the video to say that is now changed, and that is there. I checked that as well, so that's something else answered from there. But one thing I've been thinking about, and we are going to make the change, and that is for people, the matching payments. Okay, if you refer somebody and they upgrade within 3 days, whether you pay for them or whether they pay for themselves, then you retain them as your a sponsor under the existing system, and you get the matching payments. But if they get into the PIF pool and somebody PIFs them, then that sponsorship changes and you've lost that chance, and the person that paid for them gets the matching payments. And I've been thinking about it, and the matching payments are really, really very, very powerful, and they are large amounts. And so what I've decided is we will, in a situation where somebody sponsors somebody, we don't want them to lose all the benefit of that. It's what's the word? I don't know. It's not encouraging, is it? If you've referred, let's suppose you refer 10 people and none of them can afford to upgrade and you can't afford to upgrade them, and you lose them all. It's not very encouraging. It's great that it helps fill the matrix, but other than that, it's not, you're not going to feel good. Why should I introduce more people when I don't get any real credit for it? And so what we're doing now, or what we will be doing, it's going to happen this week, but it won't be priority. We want to finish off a few things that we've got going first. But what we will be doing is there will be 3 elements, if you like. There'll be the member, the sponsor, and the beneficiary. And the member, the benefits don't change. They're exactly the same. They can be free and get piffed in, or they can pay or whatever, and they get exactly the same as they were getting. The sponsor is always going to get 50% of the matching benefits. So when somebody has completed all the matrix, the total matching benefits a month are $30,040, I believe. So instead of the sponsor getting $30,040, he's going to get $15,020. Still a good incentive for referring people, regardless of what happens. Now, the sponsor is one element. What's the other element? The other element is somebody we're calling a beneficiary. And the sponsor and the beneficiary can be the same person. So if you refer somebody and they upgrade, you will be the sponsor and the beneficiary as well. So you're still going to get exactly the same as you would have got anyway. However, if you are the person that is free and refers 10 people and they're all free and they all go into the PIF pool, you are going to still get half of that matching commission. You're still going to get 15,000 no matter who PIFs them in. And whoever PIFs them in is going to be classed as the beneficiary. So there will be a sponsor and a beneficiary. They can be the same, as I said, or they may be different. And where they're different, that's okay, because they're both going to get a good lump of money, okay? So you PIF somebody in that you've not referred, you're going to get, when they've completed all the matrices, it's going to take a while to build up to that, but you're going to get 15,000 instead of 30,000. But the sponsor who did the work to get those people in the first place is going to retain 15,000 instead of losing 30,000. And I think that's a much fairer situation. So you can still do it exactly the same. If you are the sponsor and the beneficiary, you refer somebody that upgrades, boom, you are both. You refer somebody, they don't upgrade, but they do the KYC, you PIF them in, boom, you're both the sponsor and the beneficiary. But in a situation where somebody gets moved into the PIF pool and somebody else pays for their membership, you're still not going to lose out. you're going to make half of that money. You're going to make 15 grand instead of 30 grand, and whoever pays for them is going to make 15 grand instead of 30 grand. So that will be implemented. Whether or not we can do that retrospectively or not, I'm not sure. If it's going to be an amazing amount of work and not worth it, I will decide when I've discussed it with Vishal. But certainly, we've not been going that long, so it won't affect too many cases, but it will affect some. And we'll see what we can do with it. But that will be going forward from when we, definitely going forward from when we implement that, when we get the coding done, that will be the situation. So there you go. So that's a bit of news for you. I'm not going to make that public in any way other than this announcement today until we have the code ready to go. Okay, and when we have the code ready to go, then it will be announced as a modification. But it's then, if anybody asks you or whatever, then you'll be able to tell them this is what is happening. Okay, and this is one of the benefits of keeping up to date on the lives. Okay. So yeah, so there is always stuff going on in the background, whether it's thoughts or development or adding stuff in or whatever it may be. It's always going on. So and see, we got Richard in from Devon in England as well. So he's missed all the information, but he is here in time to see if he's won the raffle, because that's what we're going to do now. We're going to do the charity raffle draw, and let me have a look here. Bear with me a second, I can't find it. Okay. So the 21st of September for the raffle. And am I still logged in? That's the important thing. Let me check on that as well before I do the screen share. I think I probably am. Yep. Okay, let's do the screen share and get there. Okay, that should be coming up soon, and when it does, we'll make it bigger so that you can see what's going on. And here we go. This is the raffle. Let's see, first of all, how many tickets we have sold. Current ticket statistics. Sold 243. I think that's a little bit up on last week. Oh no, it's down. We had 272 last time, so it's down a little bit. And now then, what we have is let's get rid of this and get back here. The button somewhere. Here we go, the button. When I click on this button, it'll pick the winner and all the second prizes winners as well, instantly putting money into those people's available cash wallet. The top prize is $120, and there'll be a lot of people that get $1 get the money back on the ticket. Now then, if the winner is Rosa, Rosita, or Frammy, that money goes directly into the charity pot, which is currently standing at $223. Okay, that's what we've got in since the last amount. We've still not paid the last people. I have been asking for their bank details. We verified everything else. We just need their bank details so that we can send them the money, and they've not sent them yet. But since that last payment was reached, we now have $223 in the kitty. So if it's Rosita, Rosa, or Frammy, they're not member accounts, they're admin or test accounts, then those that fund goes straight into the charity pot. Other than that, whoever wins it, boom, they're $120 richer instantly. And all we need to do is click this button, and it'll very quickly pick out that winner randomly. And I'm not sure how it does it. I mean, it's been developed by Deviani, so I trust that it is random. Let's do it. Eh? Let's see who is going to be the winner. And it is, Ramachandra. Hey there, Sevek Seva is Ramachandra, who is a regular here on the lives. There are $80 that are going to get their ticket money back, 80 people, sorry, that are going to get their ticket money back. And Ramachandra has got $120 in his available cash wallet. So there we go. We can stop sharing that now. And I can tell you that now the charity pool has gone up a little bit, not an awful lot, but it is now standing at $253.85. Okay. Right. Back here, congratulations to Ramachandra. And a few people are saying congratulations. And that's it for today. It is Sunday, and well, it's Sunday here anyway. It'll be Monday if you're in New Zealand, Australia. We've got quite a lot of people over there, or down there, under there, up there, whatever it can be. But enjoy the rest of your day, whatever day it is. Help as many people as you can. This is what we've always been about. We've been about building a community of people that want to help others. And you can do that by getting them into TIR. You know, if they're in TIR and they're free, they can refer people. Now, if they refer somebody that's paid, they don't need to do their KYC, because that paid member will generate them a commission, and from that commission, they will be paid into the bronze plan. So they can do that. They can get piffed in by you. They can go into the piff pool and get piffed in. Whatever. But everybody wins. Okay, everybody wins. And so just go out and help as many people as you can. You know, I was looking at minimum wages and cost of living in a lot of countries, and I'll be providing those numbers at some stage. I've not decided the best way to do it, because it could be a big thing, you know. But usually the minimum wage in particularly third world countries is below what it costs to live in those countries. So you might be working all day and you below the living, what they class as living wage in that country. So there are lots of countries out there, nearly every country in South America, particularly Venezuela's in a right mess. If you know people in Venezuela, get them into the plan. It can really help them. People in Africa and Asia all can use the help that we can give them through TIR. And the more people you help, the happier you're going to be. You're going to get great kickback when you start seeing those people in Africa or Suriname or Ghana, Philippines, Bangladesh, wherever it may be. You're going to see those people changing their lives for the better. And you're going to get that wonderful feeling inside. And the more you help, the more that feeling is going to grow and the happier you're going to be. So just do it. I see I've got a question here. We've got Shanto. Don't know who Shanto is or where you're from, but anyway. Pro member of Share Hope and 5 months done, but still not receiving any pension of $1. How is received pension if our 12 months complete and not received any pension? Depends on your position in the matrix. But once you have completed 12 months, it won't cost you anything out of pocket, regardless of how much you are receiving from the plan, because we'll top it up to whatever is required. You know, if you're making nothing, then we'll top it up and we'll pay you $12 for you. If you're making $6, say, then we'll add $6 to it. If you're making $15, it'll cost you that 12 out of your 15, and you'll have $3 to put in your pocket. And those are some very simple examples, of course. We are hoping that as we develop and we grow all these plans, that you're not going to be making $15. You're going to be making $1,500 instead, and then things will change for you. And that we pay you 130 again of year. This is fake. You every day say benefits still not received. Any benefits that you say is every day. I don't know what you're talking about there. If you paid $130, that's it. You'll never pay anything else. Okay? If you're paying $12 a month, you need to pay it for 12 consecutive months, and then you'll never pay anything else out of pocket. Same with the 130, you'll never pay anything else out of pocket. And if you read the plan and go through the video, it's all explained there. And if you want to speed things up, go out and help people, get them into the plan, and you will soon be making regular income. But if you do nothing, then it's going to take longer. The more people that do nothing, the longer it's going to take. And that applies to anything and any business, anything at all. You know, if I give you a shop and it's stocked with all sorts of goodies, groceries and shoes and clothing and electrical appliances, computers, and I say, there's the key to the shop. And you say, oh, that's great, wonderful. But you never open the door. What's going to happen? You're not going to make any money. You've got to be prepared to open the door if you want to make money. Somebody's got to open the door. You can say, okay, I can't be bothered doing it, so I'm going to give my keys to somebody else, and I say, here, you do that and you can have half the money. And I'm not going to do anything. But here it is, it's not going to cost you anything, you do the work. And basically that's what you're saying to everybody else. When you enter a plan, whatever it is, wherever it is, anywhere, any business opportunity or whatever you want to call them, if you do nothing, you're saying to somebody else, I've given you the keys, you can have a percentage of the money, and that's it. I will take what's left. And if they say, okay, I'm only going to work one day a year, and everybody, you know, and it's the same situation. You say it's not a shop. It is, because everything is selling. There is either a service or a tangible product. You say one time 130. It is one time 130. And we regard it as similar to a pension plan. How long does it take for you to get into a pension plan and start drawing money from it, Shanto? How long does it take? And how much would you get? Let's suppose you put $130 into a pension plan and you were 50 years old and you wanted to retire when you're 60. How much do you think you'd be getting out by the time you were 60? Okay. I'm still not able to send my funds to my BP20 USDT. When will that get fixed? We're working on it. If you're talking about the connection to the wallet, we don't know. I've discussed this. It is a problem, Jay. We have in fact got onto a blockchain expert as well this weekend. Of course, he's not working over the weekend, so hopefully we'll get some input from him on Monday, and we'll see how we get on with that then. Okay, thanks, Jay. Okay, folks, God bless you all. That's it for today. I'll be here tomorrow. We'll see what the developers have done. We'll see what Devian has done. We'll see what Vishal's done. We'll see what we've come up with me and Vishal, and we'll see what the blockchain man comes up with for the situation we've got with the connection of your wallet from the Visa exchange. It was working fine, and suddenly it's gone haywire, and we don't know why. We've tried lots and lots of things. We'll do what we can, and we'll get it done as quickly as we can. But we've got to find it. Okay? God bless.